تصريحات الاحتلال والأمريكان بخصوص ما يزعمون أنه
About the occupation and American statements about having proofs that there are hostages for the occupation in Al-Shifa hospital, we say it clearly.
بالوضوح أننا نقلنا العديد من
We took many hostages to be treated in the hospitals and get surgeries, especially when some of them were injured due to occupation
بعد
airstrike.
إصابة البعض منهم
We
نتيجة
talked to
قصف
our
طائرات
fighters so the
الاحتلال
hostages
لهم.
can get the best treatment in
خاطرنا
Gaza Strip
بمقاتلينا
hospitals.
لنضمن للأسرى المصابين
We
أفضل علاج
published many
ممكن
pictures about
في
this.
مستشفيات قطاع
Now,
غزة.
the enemy leaders and the
وقد
spokesperson of
نشرنا
their
العديد
army and
من
get
الصور
support from
حول
the
ذلك.
Americans who are their partners
والآن
in
يحاول
crime.
قادة العدو
Their crime against
والناطق في
hospitals,
جيشهم
their crime against Al-Shifa
ويؤيدهم
hospital, and their
ويغطيهم
crime
أيضا
against the
بهذا الأمر.
injured, patients,
الأمريكان
and
هم
children, and the
شركائهم
premature
في
in
ارتكاب
Al-Shifa
هذه الجريمة
hospital.
جريمتهم بحق المستشفيات
They make up
جريمتهم
reasons
بحق
and
مستشفى الشفاء
explanations to attack
وبحق
Al-Shifa
المرضى
hospital
والجرحى
and other
والأطفال
hospitals.
والرضع
These
الخدج
explanations are
في
against them.
مستشفى
These
الشفاء
points are scored for us
ويختلقون
and not
الأسباب
against us.
والمبررات للهجوم على مستشفى الشفاء
Take care of
وغيره
hostages,
وهذه
treat them in our
المبررات
hospitals,
لها
also
ردهم
risking
بالكامل
our fighters for
وهذه
their
النقاط
sake.
تسجل
Give
لنا
them the health
وليست
treatment is
علينا
a score for
الاهتمام
us, not
بالأسرى
against us.
علاجهم في مستشفياتنا المخاطرة بمقاتلين من أجلهم إعطائهم الرعاية الصحية والطبية الممكنة هذه نقطة لنا وليست علينا.
And we were operating all through the night. And by the early hours of yesterday morning, we had realized that we have basically run out of medication for the anesthetic machines, and we had to stop the operating room. We had finished. And that's when we made the decision. At the same time, in the early hours of the morning, there was heavy bombing all around the hospital, and really close to the hospital. You could feel the whole building being shook. And we were being, and it sounded like tank fire. It didn't sound like air raid. And so we made the decision that it was time for at least the operating room staff, who were not going to be able to provide a service, to evacuate. And so yesterday morning we left, and you could hear the sounds of the tanks around the hospital when we walked out. And we literally walked all the way to Sarat camp in the central zone. Evening, we got a message that the Ahli now have been completely surrounded by the tanks.
Totally terrifying situation here. The Israeli tanks and the Israeli troops have been around, moving within the hospital area, all over the hospital. The situation is totally, like difficult. They are shooting all the time, in all the areas. They are bombing certain areas of the hospital. They keep moving around the hospital, trying to separate the buildings. They're trying to keep themselves safe by shooting whoever tries to move or watch anything from the windows, or just move around within the hospital, between the buildings. What happened is the people, we ran out of food, we ran out of drinking water, and the people came outside and kept saying that we don't have water, we don't have water. And we decided as a group to move outside the hospital, the entrance, trying to get something. And then yesterday they arranged just some food and water, which is very, very minimal, which doesn't cover maybe 40% of the number of people around here. They asked one of the doctors to come and speak to them, and they were very badly treating them. They kept asking about the tunnels, about the military people, and then we told them it's in your hands. If you can't find anything, but from our side we didn't know anything. So again, they just arranged for a single meal, which was like small sandwiches with some water. It's not enough for anything at all. It's an initiative, a group of the hospital doctors to go and move to and talk to the Israelis and tell them that this is a hospital with patients. We have our own needs. The patients are dying. The people are dying because of lack of these issues. They didn't listen to us, and we tried to. Yesterday, when they asked to get someone, we said at least there should be two going there, and then they insisted on one, and then we had to accept this. So they were in front of us, but just talking through the microphone and the speaker, not in contact. The one who has been there is the only one who has met them.
Allah